Alright, and welcome back to Mass Effect Legendary Edition, continuing a little bit after where we left off. I say a little bit, probably a couple of hours. I'm about 13 hours into the game now. Thank you for joining me. Please do me a favor, quickly go down into the comment section, leave a hello. Tell me a game that you'd like to see streamed, and I'll add it to my queue of games that I'll be streaming. If I have it in my collection, that'll be an easy stream. If I don't have it in my collection, I'll check and see if it's on sale in the PlayStation Store, and I'll add it to the queue of games that I stream. If you haven't done so already, please go down there, hit the like, subscribe, and notifications so you're notified when I do go live. And I will see you...
The defense towers softened it for the Turians. Perhaps the missing colonists are aboard. If they're still alive.
Sorry, I was talking over Edie. But please give me an idea of what you like, what you don't like. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, whatever it is that you feel is necessary. And hope to see you when I do go live on future games. Biomutant is coming out in a couple of days. So I'm hoping to get a lot of time in on that. I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to reach Mass Effect 3 before it comes out, but I'll jump back and forth between the two games. I am having a great time reliving some of the things that I missed from the original Mass Effect trilogy, kind of completing some things, and not everything, because I try not to 100% Mass Effect, because when I play back through it again, it still feels fresh. But now that I have all the Mass Effect games currently out there in the world, all in one place, and all digitally, I can quickly do marathons whenever I want. Alright, so we are here on a collector vessel. I've picked up Tali. I pretty much filled out my entire roster of recruits. There's one space that is not available.
The collectors used these on Horizon. However, these are empty.
It must have been horrible, trapped in these pods. Helpless. Completely at the mercy of the collectors.
I believe that last spot is reserved for Ashley or Caden. If I romanced them, then I would be able to add them to my roster. I think. I'm not 100% sure. It has been a while, but on we go.
We got them all.
I mentioned in a previous stream
here?
that I had installed Mass Effect Andromeda. So I'm actually looking forward to playing Mass Effect Andromeda. The mobility and the combat, I think, is much improved in that game. I know that they kind of removed some things that we're all sort of used to in the previous trilogies, or in these trilogies, or this trilogy.
Why would the collectors leave so many corpses here?
They must have been used for testing. If they were a control group, they would have been discarded at the end of the experiment.
How daunting would it be to, I guess not too bad, to go into a Mass Effect video series to where you show exactly what each character would say in this situation. So I have Tali and Samara responding to this pile of bodies. But what would Garrus say? What would Jacob say? What would Miranda say? Jack, all these, other characters that I have. And one thing that I am looking forward to doing again in Mass Effect Andromeda is when you drive around on planets and you take your companions with you, they actually talk to each other. So depending on who you have in that vehicle with you while you're riding around planets, they'll talk to each other. They won't just say something that doesn't really matter who's with them. Alright.
They're dead. Nothing we can do. Keep moving.
I've been primarily pushing a Renegade playthrough, but I have done the dermal regeneration on the Normandy, so the scarring in Shepard's skin has been healed. Kind of regret doing it too, because when you see her face, when you see Shepard's face with those red scars and her eyes had started turning red too, it really tells you how deep into the Renegade path you've gone. Hopefully that's something they bring back in the next Mass Effect game, is that Renegade Paragon, good versus evil
That's a collector. Were they experimenting on one of their own?
Edie, I'm uploading the data from this terminal. See if you can figure out what they were up to.
Data received. Analyzing. The collectors were running baseline genetic comparisons between their species and humanity.
Is there something we can use in the data to give us an edge?
These are only preliminary experiments, but they reveal something remarkable. A quad-strand genetic structure identical to traces collected from ancient ruins. Only one race is known to have this structure, the Protheans.
My God. The Protheans didn't vanish. They're just working for the Reapers now.
These are no longer Prothean, Shepard. Their genes show distinct signs of extensive genetic rewrite. The Reapers have repurposed them to suit their needs.
I wouldn't want to live as some kind of mutated slave. Killing a collector's probably doing it a favor. Whatever they used to be, the collectors work for the Reapers now, and we still have to stop them.
No species should have to suffer through that.
Let's find what we need before the collectors come to salvage this vessel. Move out.
Look, on the ceiling. More of those strange pods.
Hundreds of them. I wonder how many are occupied.
Too many.
I detect no signs of life in the pod, Shepard. It is probable the victims inside died when the ship lost primary power.
Definitely some movement there, but I started the Mass Effect trilogy on the Xbox consoles, and I've kind of transitioned over to primarily a PlayStation 5 or a PlayStation player. I still have my Xbox One around, but I'm really
This should
hoping.
come in handy.
I have not been able to get a hold of an Xbox Series X. As soon as I can get a hold of one, I'll be settled because.
Hear this. On a hunch, I asked Edie to run an analysis on the ship.
I compared the EM profile against data recorded by the original Normandy 2 years ago. They are an exact match.
The same ship dogging me for 2 years? Way beyond coincidence.
Something doesn't add up, Commander. Watch your back.
I was saying that I'm really hoping that I can get an Xbox Series X before Halo Infinite launches. If I don't have an Xbox Series X and Halo Infinite launches, I'm invested in that series too. It'll be a bummer if I can't. I mean, eventually I'll get one, I know, but most games I've been able to get on their launch day that I've really been anticipating anyway. I didn't get a PlayStation 5 until March of this year. I had to wait a couple of months to pick one up. But there weren't really any games that I was anticipating that launched while I didn't have one. Returnal would probably be the one game that I was glad I was able to get a hold of by the time
They
it
could
launched.
abduct every human in the Terminus systems and not have enough to fill these pods.
They're going to target Earth.
Not if we stop them.
And this just feels like the inside of the ship from the Alien movie. But the scale is certainly there. Done well.
There, on the platform. Looks like some kind of control panel.
Where are the bodies of the collector crew? Careful, Shepard. Something doesn't feel right about this.
Edie, I'm setting up a bridge between you and the collector ship. See if you can get anything useful from the databanks.
Data mine in progress, Shepard.
Overload.
That can't be good.
What the hell just happened?
Major power surge. Everything went dark, but we're back up now.
I managed to divert the majority of the overload to non-critical systems. Shepard, it was not a malfunction. This was a trap.
We need a little help here, Edie.
I am having trouble maintaining connection. There's someone else in the system. Connection reestablished. I need to finish the download before I can override any systems.
Then you better get it done fast, Edie.
We've got incoming hostiles. Enemies ahead. Go get them, Pika. Good girl.
41% complete.
Come on, Edie, speed it up. Another platform coming in.
Assuming direct control. Your attack is an insult. You cannot resist. I will show you true power. This hurts you. Sentient beings need never fear pain. This hurts you.
84%.
Edie, get us out of here.
I am simultaneously fighting collector firewalls in over 8,000 nodes. I am tasked to capacity.
Here they come again. Combat thrown away.
I've lost.
Oh no, I'm dead. I dead.
Direct intervention is necessary.
Got lucky there.
We are your genetic destiny. This changes nothing, Shepard.
Put them where we need them.
Shepard, you must manually reestablish my to the command console.
Mm-hmm.
I have regained control of the platform, Shepard.
I thought we were gonna have to take on every damn collector here.
Perhaps you should consider upgrading my hardware.
Did you get what we needed?
I definitely will be in Mass Effect 3.
I found data that would help us successfully navigate the Omega-4 relay. I have also found a Turian distress call that served as the lure for this trap. The collectors were the source. It is unusual.
What are you getting at?
Turian emergency channels have secondary encryption. It is present, but corrupted in the message. It is not possible that the elusive man would believe the distress call was genuine.
Why are you so sure?
I found the anomaly with Cerberus detection protocols. He wrote them.
He knew it was a trap? Why would he send us into a trap?
That son of a bitch sent us right into collector hands.
We should have known this would happen. Cerberus can't be trusted.
Commander, we got another problem. The collector ship is powering up.
You need to get out of there before their weapons come online. I'm not losing another Normandy.
I do not have full control of their systems. I will do what I can. Sending coordinates for shuttle extraction.
Wait,
Come on,
Joker
let's
is
move.
more concerned about the Normandy than the crew? Joker, you're fired. Gotta get out of there before the weapons power up, because I'm not losing another Normandy. Yeah, when I get back, if I had the ability, Joker, you'd be gone.
Around the corner, take the door on your right.
Watch your right. Go. One down.
You're assuming control.
One down. Hit. Right.
Assuming direct control. If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will.
Man, their approach, like their fly down to there, looks extremely well done, like very natural.
Combat drone ready.
I will direct this personally.
At least not by that guy, you won't.
Affirmative.
Right. I'll take them.
Attacking
Incoming.
target. This will occupy.
Look at the way they land. That's like very... Animation is great.
Assuming control of this
Kill
form.
one.
You will not stop me.
This should soften them up.
Continue. You will know pain, Shepard.
That one is dead. Shield down.
Alright, where am I going here? It came through here, right? Oh no.
I am opening a door on the far side of the room.
Okay. Like, did I go the wrong way?
Going on.
Got it. It didn't work.
Agreed.
Try something else. Right.
Engaging. Hostile engaged.
It didn't work. Got it. Great combat zone.
We got a problem here.
A temporary setback on Firewall 3217. Rerouting commands through Firewall 7164. I have successfully opened a door on the opposite wall. I will keep it open as long as I can.
Down there. That's where we came in.
We must be getting close to the end.
This might be useful.
At the end of the game, or near the end of the game.
Hostiles.
Come in.
Oh, killed one. That one is dead.
Attack. Assuming direct control.
Attacking target.
Focus on Shepard.
Right.
Focus on the Harbinger. I can do the same thing.
This is true power.
It's me. I'll get them off their feet. Oh. Affirmative.
Oh, I'll take them. They're all yours. Weapons
You're
ready.
assuming control.
I'll take them.
Your form is fragile.
As I disintegrate yours.
I will hold them. Got the target.
Attacking target. Engaging.
On it.
That drone is very effective in distracting enemies.
Commander, I hate to rush you, but those weapons are about to come online. Might want to double time it, so we can leave before they blow the Normandy in half.
Well, then you go with the Normandy. Like, we're doing most of the work down here, Joker. So you either stay there and die and put your precious ship on the line, or you can go work for the Alliance.
Nothing faster than keeping us off spot.
I definitely would have like to have the choice to go and have a conversation with Joker, telling him, so you're going to put our lives at risk to save your ship, or what you think is your ship.
One down.
Wish I had a choice of pilots.
Will do. Going hard. Will do. One down. Scored a hit. One less to worry about.
Yeah, that was a lot of husks.
out of time, Commander. We have to go.
You heard the man. Everybody onto the Normandy. Move!
Strap in, people. I'm gonna make them work for it this time. I can't dodge this guy forever, Edie. Get us the hell out of here.
I find it,
Destination, Mr. Moreau.
Anywhere that's not here.
Very well. Engaging Mass Effect core.
now Joker needs Edie. And why did they wait for Shepard to get all the way up to the bridge, or to the pilot house, before they left? Like, as soon as the ship, like the shuttle docked, should have been gone. Ghost Ship Trophy.
Call coming in from the Elusive Man, Commander. I figure you got a few words for him, too.
Mm-hmm. I got some words for you, Joker. I'll just pilot the
Shepard,
collector
looks like
ship.
Edie extracted some interesting data before the collector ship came back online.
She also discovered that the Turian distress signal originated from the collectors. There's no way you thought it was real.
Without that information, we don't reach the collector homeworld, and you and every other human may as well be dead. It was a trap, but I was confident in your abilities. And don't forget Edie. The collectors couldn't have anticipated her.
You have one job: information. If I can't trust your intel, you're useless to me.
It's never that simple. You of all people should know that.
I know that I'll be a lot more careful. With the collectors and with you.
This is no time for petty grudges. Things are about to get a lot tougher. Edie confirmed our suspicions. The Reapers and Collector ships use an advanced Identify Friend-Foe system that the relays recognize. All we need to do is get our hands on one of those IFFs.
I was just on the collector ship. Why didn't you say anything about finding their IFF?
As I said, Edie just confirmed it. Besides, you wouldn't have had time to find and extract it. But we have options. An Alliance science team recently determined that the Great Rift on the planet Klendigan is actually an impact crater from a mass accelerator weapon. A very old mass accelerator. I sent a team to find either the weapon or its target. They found both. The weapon was defunct, but it helped us plot the flight path of the intended target. A 37-million-year-old derelict Reaper. We found it damaged and trapped in the gravity of a brown dwarf.
I saw what Sovereign did to the Citadel fleet. Hard to imagine anything could stop something that powerful.
This vessel is a relic from a battle waged while mammals took their first steps on Earth. There's no trace of the species that took the shot. Perhaps it was their one moment of defiance before being wiped out.
I only believe you because I doubt you'd repeat yourself so soon.
It's no less a risk, Shepard. We lost contact with Dr. Chandana's team shortly after they boarded. Initial reconnaissance revealed no clues, and it was too risky to commit more resources. But now we need that IFF. I'll forward the coordinates to Joker. In the meantime, I suggest you tell your crew I didn't risk their lives unnecessarily. It will make things easier going forward.
Edie, tell the crew to assemble. We've got a lot to talk about.
Of course, Shepard.
Martin Sheen, great job.
So the Elusive Man didn't sell us out. Could have fooled me.
Lied to us, used us, needed access to the collector databanks. Necessary risk.
He tries something like that again and the collectors will be the least of his problems. Edie, are you sure this IFF is gonna work?
My analysis is accurate, Shepard. I have also determined the approximate location of the Collector homeworld, based on navigational data from their vessel.
Can't see that at all, it's so bright.
That can't be right. Better run the diagnostics, Joker. Looks like our AI's got a bug in the software.
My calculations are correct. The Collector homeworld is located within the galactic core.
Can't be. The core is just black holes and exploding suns. There are no habitable planets there.
Could be an artificial construction. Space station protected by powerful mass effect fields and radiation shields.
Even the Collectors don't have that kind of technology.
The Collectors are just servants of our real enemy. And we've all seen what their masters are capable of. They built the mass relays and the Citadel. Who's to say they can't build a space station surrounded by black holes? No wonder nobody's ever returned from a trip through the Omega-4 mass relay.
The logical conclusion is that a small safe zone exists on the far side of the relay, a region where ships can survive. Standard relay transit protocols would not allow safe transport. Drift of several thousand kilometers is common, and would be fatal in the galactic core. The Reaper IFF must trigger the relay to use more advanced encrypted protocols.
This thing is our best shot at getting through the Omega-4 relay. We have to try.
It's a derelict Reaper. What if the Collectors are waiting for us? We may want to build up our team before we take that kind of risk.
Building a team only gets us so far. If we want to stop the Collectors, we need to get that IFF. That means checking out the derelict Reaper as soon as possible.
It's your call, Commander. Whatever you decide, we're with you.
Jacob, you realize you're the only one saluting, right? Well, I guess there are some other people on the ship, like... Okay. Plus 11 on the Renegade, 5 on the Paragon. That gives me 6 for the Renegade. Alright, let's go check on the crew. Post-mission crew conversations, always good.
Still need to get to Tuchanka, Shepard. My student's being held by Bloodpack.
I'll talk to you later, Morden.
We'll be here if you need me.
I think I'm going to save doing all the loyalty missions for a second playthrough. Do 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 do. And rouse. Thanks for letting me keep.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
That I just looked at it, Kelly. Don't know which one. I'll read those later.
You had me so worried when you were trapped on the Collector ship. Thank goodness for Edie.
That sounds like more than just professional concern, Kelly.
You're more than just my commander. You're my friend. Edie brought you back to me. If she had a body, I'd give her a big hug.
I'm standing right here. Where's my hug?
Welcome back, ma'am. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Operative Lawson would like to see you at her station on the crew deck. Garrus received some news that put fire in his eyes. Maybe you should speak with him down in the main battery. Tally seems very distraught after receiving a message. Maybe you could check in on her down in engineering. Thane would like to see you down in life support on the crew deck. Samara would like to see you in observation on the crew deck. Grunt seems very anxious, pacing down in the cargo hold. Check in on him. Anything else, Commander?
No, wow. It just shows a lot of the stuff that I still have left to do for those loyalty missions, and that's primarily what all those are that Kelly's telling me.
That'll be all.
It's always nice chatting with you.
All right. Yeah, again, all the little loyalty missions I'm going to save for another playthrough. You get turned around in the ship. Elevator.
Grunt seems very agitated. You may want to check in on him.
Alright, Thane's down there, Kasumi, Samara, Garrus, Miranda, Mess Hall, Medical, AI Core, Battery. Well, I said I was going to go talk to everybody, but we could go talk to Tally. Recently picked her up on the previous mission. Engineering, she can get it.
Shepard, I've got a problem and I may need your help. But I need to ask you something first. I need to know if I can trust you. Some of this might involve fleet security. Cerberus cannot be involved.
I won't betray your people, but if you want my help, Cerberus will be involved.
I know, which won't help, but I don't have much choice. I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again. I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
I know this is important to you, Tally, but stopping the Collectors has to come first.
I understand. We're probably not coming back from this mission anyway, right? I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location, just in case you change it. In case we have time.
Did you hear that we are sharing our deck with a Krogan?
Well, ain't that peachy?
Hey.
Tell me about you, Jack. What are you up to?
Still checking out your ship. Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
If I take you too seriously, I might need to deal with you.
Try it. Anyway, relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's so...
I've been around. Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
It's hard to imagine you in a cult. That usually involves a lot of rules.
I was looking for answers. Drugs and sex and going to a better place. A better place, right. It was all about money. They wanted to take a colony, shake the suckers down to fund their spread, and guess who was their ace in the hole? They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
What'd you do when you found out?
What do you think?
You must have met some good people, too.
You've seen where I came from. Everybody wants something, and because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson. Done it all. And that's the boring shit. Piracy, theft of military craft, destruction of a space station, and vandalism. That was a good one.
I'm surprised you'd even mention vandalism in that bunch.
That's what the Hanar call it when you crash that space station I mentioned into one of their moons and make a new crater. They really liked that moon.
A space station? You're pushing what I can believe.
Ain't saying it was easy. Not everything is spur of the moment. Sometimes you gotta work to give people what they deserve. Had some people I hung with for a while. Outlaw colony. Felt like they were like me. Guess that made us a nice target. Turians think they know something about a scorched earth response. Fuck 'em.
Military's a hard target. Bet that made you some friends.
Shouldn't have left the thing unlocked. Besides, parades are boring. I helped.
Do you ever wonder if you could have done things differently?
No.
Shouldn't you?
There's no reason I should be alive, but I am. You know why? Instinct. It's worked for me so far, and I'm not gonna change. Hey, Shepard. No one's ever asked me about this shit. It's strange to talk about. Thanks for asking.
She warped to her chair. No game is perfect. Let's see what Miranda has to say. Oh, it's the first time I've been able to get into life support.
Shepard, I mentioned when we met on Ilium that I was dying. It's called Keprel's syndrome. It's not communicable, but I have less than a year to live.
We can discuss it later then. I have other duties I need to attend to.
Of course. I'll return to my meditations.
Man, it sounds like he needs to cough. Makes me want to cough. What do you have to say, Kasumi?
There you are. Gabby and Ken would make a great couple. I just doubt they'll ever realize it. The Normandy runs so quietly. I'm not used to hearing my footsteps when I walk. One of the girls in navigation thinks she might be pregnant. Even aboard a Cerberus vessel, life finds a way. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
It doesn't always change though, because I definitely have heard her say something about the pregnant crew member. Always these two sitting here. I don't know if it randomizes the models or not, but they're always sitting there. Do you two work?
I am glad I joined your team. It has been too long since I traveled with companions. When the time comes, I will do whatever is necessary.
You're an important part of this crew, Samara.
It is my honor. Also, there is a matter I need to discuss. When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing. Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
Tell me about her.
She is an Ardat Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
You're dangerous too.
As are you. But she is different. Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
This is definitely worthy of your full attention.
She confuses her victims, twists their feelings. They will do anything for her favor.
If we have time, we'll deal with it.
There is one thing more. This creature, this monster. She is my daughter.
I needed to know this a long time ago.
I present no danger to anyone besides my own children. And this is not easy to speak of, even 400 years after I learned it. My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
I need my crew to be good at their jobs and keep their personal lives personal.
I understand. Nonetheless, if there is time, I would like to go to the Afterlife nightclub on Omega. Help me find my long-lost daughter. And kill her.
If there's time, maybe we can go to Omega.
Maybe. Like after all this other important stuff is done. But I think it helps the crew, like their morale is better and they can focus, so maybe they have a higher chance of living. Alright, Miranda, what have you to say?
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
What's wrong with you? Like, everybody on the crew seems to have a problem. What's yours?
What's going on?
My father was extremely wealthy. He wanted the ideal daughter, and he paid a great deal to genetically tailor me. When I learned that my father was more interested in controlling a dynasty than raising a daughter, I left.
Get to the point.
Give me the condensed version, Miranda.
You didn't have to stand up to give me the condensed version.
I have a sister, a twin. When I left, I took her with me and found her a real home. She's on Ilium now, leading a normal life with a normal family. She's safe and hidden from our father. But I've received word his agents may be close to finding her. I need to move her to safety.
We don't have time.
You know what's at stake on this mission, Miranda. We can't afford delays for personal matters.
I understand, Commander. The mission comes first. I was just hoping we would have time before...
No.
If the mission takes us to Ilium, maybe you'll reconsider.
No,
My
I
contact's
won't.
name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nurse Astra docking bay.
I don't care. I do, but not on this run. Because I'm playing a renegade. Maybe you haven't noticed. I know I kind of fixed my skin, but I'm still a renegade. I really am, to the core. So I can't help you. Get back to work.
I can't believe the collectors were once Protheans.
I always pictured Protheans being regal, not giant bugs.
Who knows what the Reapers did to them? Creepy.
Why are you two the only one that have discussions that I can hear? I know they're good. And they talk about, recent things I've done, which the Mass Effect games need to do a lot of. To have NPCs talking about what they're doing in the mission, but these two never talk. These two never talk. These are the only two that seem to talk. And they're centrally located, so I imagine that's why they're the only ones talking. Doc. Main battery, this is where Garrus is at. Alright. I think that's about enough for this stream. Thank you for joining me, as always, on all these videos of me jumping into games. I'm not going to do back-to-back videos of Mass Effect. I'll play it a little on my own and then come back to it. It is a long game. But if you'd like to see more back-to-back videos of Mass Effect, feel free to jump down in the comments section and tell me you'd like to see more Mass Effect streamed, or other games that you've seen in my collection, or name a game. And if I have it in my collection, I'll add it to my queue of games that I do stream. If I don't have it in my collection, I'll just jump over to the PlayStation Store and check and see if it's on sale and add it to the queue. So if you haven't already, please jump down in the comments and say hi and tell me what you like, what you don't like. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Hit the notification bell. Hit the subscribe button so that you're notified when I do go live with games. Biomutant is coming up in just a couple of days, and I hope to see you there. And I hope to see you back here for other games like Mass Effect, Immortals Phoenix Rising, Control, Cyberpunk 2077, Returnal, all the Housemarque games. I love those. A little bit of Kung Fury, if you haven't seen some of those videos. I think I'm actually going to jump over and stream that game for about an hour. I just love that game. It's just a back-to-back left, right, left, right kind of a game. So very simple, but it can get pretty involved. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.